Hello, namaste everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about how Ketu's transit can trigger you reaching your destiny. It can actually make you reach your destiny or bring in transformation that leads you towards destiny. Right? So before we move ahead, if you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon below. If you would like to have your personal readings, you can check out the link in the description box, www.anmollastrology.com. Under the readings and unique reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. Under the courses section, you can sign up for online course. Okay, so let's get started. Now, before we understand how Ketu's transit is going to initiate you reaching your destiny, let's first understand what is the meaning of Ketu. So Ketu is a headless energy. It is a shadow planet. It is south node of the moon, right? So Ketu doesn't have the head. Ketu doesn't have the logic or the brain, right? That's what we feel because Rahu has it all. Ketu is the planet which actually takes you out of the illusion, right? Ketu is a planet of detachment, dissatisfaction. It is the planet of your transformation, changes that come within you that transform you and take you towards spiritual growth. And most importantly, Ketu is about liberation. And do you know, uh, uh, of course, Ketu is a very, very competitive planet. Ketu is an aggressive planet, aggressive energy, very much in association with Mars. Very much similarity with the planet Mars. So Ketu is also one of the violent energies. But this violence comes in to transform, to clean the energy, to clean the environment, and to transform by uprooting something and rerouting something new. So it is also a karka for new beginnings. Now, how Ketu is more about liberation and less about achievements. Although I always talk about how Ketu or Ketu Mahadasha can actually make you more focused towards your goals. But it is not about achievements. It is about liberation. Liberation is when everything in your surroundings which is not needed or which is unrequired just is taken away from you, and you are put into a situation which you are destined for, which is your destiny, right? So it's not about achievements like what Rahu does. Rahu is a planet who is all about achieving what it wants, all about completing its desires. But Ketu is to take you out of the comfort zone, to take you out of your comforts and get you into a very uncomfortable zone so that you can feel self-motivated and you can understand the lesson of life that will lead you towards spiritual progress and towards what you're destined for. Okay, so now when Ketu gets activated, what does it do? The very first thing is that it brings in the past into the present. It's a karmic planet. It basically takes forward all the past life karmas and the past karmas that you have done in this life. It brings it forward in front of you. That is the reason it gives you realizations. Whenever the transit of Ketu is going to come, that is the transit which is going to give you immense realization. And how does realization comes in? Is it going to come with happy moments? No, not at all. It is going to bring in obstacles. It is going to bring in some sad moments in your life, which are going to actually trigger those realizations, which actually breaks all the illusions. It takes you out of the illusion of what you think about yourself, what your perception is about you, which is in a way fake you. And this Ketu motivates you to make you understand what you really are. And that's the awakening that this Ketu creates. That's the understanding with what this Ketu creates. Also, when the Ketu's transit comes in, it gives you lessons for life. It gives you wisdom for life, just like the planet Jupiter. Ketu is one of the planets. We will talk about the transits that Ketu comes in and which are prominent. But when Ketu's significant transit comes in, you will get to see the real faces of others, because or of others, of the situations, of your career, of anything that where this Ketu is targeting. Your instincts become, more valid and more prominent than your logic. But that is why this is the planet of intuition. This will bring about the wisdom, the understanding of other people, of the scenarios, by the way of your intuitive self. Now, second thing, Ketu is basically in its transit or in its Mahadasha is going to cut you off from unnecessary people or from what you do not need. That's why it is going to take you away from your comfort zone and put you into a very uncomfortable scenario or uncomfortable zone. Suppose Ketu needs you to have the lessons with your emotions. It will give something, where you will feel isolated, some situation where you will feel isolated, where you'll feel loss of something, where you'll feel detached with your emotions. Your emotions are going to be so high on you that you're going to be forced to feel and to work on detachment through emotions. Like, for example, when we lose someone, either with breakup or with life and death. Right? So Ketu's lesson regarding different planets comes in by bringing in challenges regarding those planets only. The next thing that Ketu does is it activates the soul's blueprint. That means, by the way of transformation, by the way of making you fulfill your past life karmas, it is basically making you do your or complete your soul purpose. It transforms you. It brings in your karmic baggage. It brings in your karmic memories for you to relive it and then to transform through it. Now, the important transits of Ketu, which actually are going to lead you towards your destiny. That's what this video is all about. So the very first transit I would talk here about will be the ascendant. Why ascendant? Whenever Ketu comes into your ascendant or in your first house, I'm not talking about the Chandra chart, not the D9 chart, nothing else. I'm talking about the D1 chart and the ascendant or the first house of this chart. When Ketu comes in the first house is your personality, irrespective of what sign is there. It's your personality, it's your confidence, it's your self-esteem, it's your mind. It's the basis of your life. It's the purpose, it's the journey of your life. When Ketu comes in, it is going to isolate you completely. It is going to bring in a 360-degree transformation within your life, where you will be getting betrayal. You will be getting cheated on because Rahu is in the opposite side. This Ketu will bring about changes or criticism over analytical nature of other people towards you. You being self-critical, you being over analytical about your own actions, you feeling detached from this world, detached from your true self. That is what Ketu is going to bring in. Ketu is going to take you out of your comfort zone and put you in a very uncomfortable situation where your ego, self-esteem, your personality, your existence is going to get challenged. And for what results? For actually to grow you in a very mature person, for actually to lead you towards your spiritual path, to lead you towards your destined career as well, your destined relationship as well. So this transit of Ketu is extremely important because it is going to change the dynamics of your life completely and make you reach, it is going to just filter whole of your life. Okay, then the second transit, right? The second transit would be when Ketu comes over the moon. Moon is the softest planet, yet a planet which can have a major impact on us, because moon is our mind, moon is our emotions, how we perceive the surroundings, how we deal with the surroundings. That is what moon is about. So when this moon gets conjunct with Ketu in the transit, when Ketu comes over the moon, emotionally, you will just feel detached, cold. You'll feel that I don't know what my emotions are about. I don't know what decisions to make. You feel confused. Not just with Ketu's transit over moon, but Ketu's transit in the ascendant as well. You feel confused. You feel that, whatever is in my life right now is not feeding me emotionally, is not making me feel happier. Or happiness is something that you start searching for. So it's a time which is going to mature you with your emotions, with your decisions. Somehow, somewhere, your own decisions are going to lead towards spiritual enlightenment, towards the transformation that kicks in your spirituality. So when Ketu comes over moon, it is going to definitely change, move your emotions 360-degree around. How you connect with others emotionally, how you perceive the information received towards you, emotional information towards you, how do you react to emotions, how do you react to certain situations, that is going to change extremely. Your emotional relationships, your emotional connections, your near and dear connections, everything is going to change completely. It is very similar to how Ketu reacts when it comes into the ascendant. But now on top of it, it reacts by the way of your mind. Okay. Now the third transit would be when Ketu comes over your Venus. Ketu coming over your Venus is going to transform, change the dynamics of how you react in love, how you love, how you balance your relationships. Ketu coming over Venus is going to actually bring out a creative self, the hidden creative self within you. You will have a lot of realizations regarding the past, regarding how you handled situations in your relationships, regarding past lovers. Because Venus is about love. Venus is about devotion. Ketu teaches you what is the importance of devotion and how to normalize what dedication and devotion is. Once your Ketu goes over your Venus and leaves Venus behind, that is the time when you will realize that how this has just instilled so many devoted qualities within you. Because Ketu basically refined the way you had your outlook towards relationships, towards love, towards lovers, love partners, and towards your relationship. If you are married, this is going to significantly change the dynamics of your relationship. If you're unmarried, it can even bring about relationships in your life. But remember, whenever Ketu comes over Venus and relationships kick in, one of the relationships is going to be where you're going to feel quite vulnerable, where you will feel that I've just lost it myself in this love. Even though the person is may or may not be as per what you have always desired in a partner, but you just end up blindly being intoxicated in love and devoted to that person. And that is what is actually the catalyst of your heartbreak and which leads towards transformation. Ketu coming over Venus is also going to bring about changes within the dynamics within your family, your relationship with the family, and also your income, your resources, your money matters. Okay. When Ketu transits over the 10th house, that is also one of the important transits to look for. When Ketu comes in your 10th house, Rahu will be in the 4th house. Why it is considered as a significant transit? Because this is going to lead you towards your destined profession. You will start experiencing very uncomfortable scenario within your existing profession if this profession is not what you're destined for. You will get n amount of criticism, you will get n amount of challenges, dissatisfaction, and whatsoever things you can feel of, you are going to get that from your career, from your workspace, from your authorities. And that is going to motivate you to go towards the 4th house, to go towards what you're passionate about, what your hobbies are, to identify them and to bring in a significant change in the line of your career. But this might not happen for everyone, because some people are already following the destined profession. In that case, what would happen is there is going to be a significant change that would come around within the dynamics of your career. And then it is going to, after a major storm, the skies go very clean and beautiful. That's what it makes in regards of your career. That means that there were some lessons, there were some karmas to be done by you. After that, you are going to be successful. You're going to achieve that success. You're going to achieve that understanding of your own career. Maybe you have been taking your career for granted, or maybe you have not been working for your career as much as you should do, because you're being lazy, because you're being, just non-hardworking. This Ketu is going to give you that force on your head and make you learn that how important it is to fulfill your karma towards the society, how to fulfill your karma out there, right? That's why Ketu's transit coming into the 10th house is also going to significantly change the dynamic of your life by bringing in a significant change within your home space, within your residence, within your career as well. Now, lastly, and the most important one, which was actually the reason for me to make this video, that is that Ketu's transit over your BHRIGU point or your BHRIGU BINDU is going to trigger your destiny. How is that so? First of all, BHRIGU BINDU, if you have watched the playlist that I have on my channel in regards to career, you would understand and you would know what BHRIGU BINDU is. BHRIGU BINDU is basically the middle point of the distance between Rahu and Moon within your birth chart. And that is nowadays automatically calculated by the softwares. So the very middle point of Rahu and Moon within your birth chart is where your destiny lies, where your bhagya lies. This profession or this point basically tells that is the karma you are here to fulfill, and that is your destined career. and which is going to give not just money but emotional satisfaction to you. And when Ketu triggers this Bhrigu point by either transiting over it or by transiting over its lord, it will take all the unnecessary things with respect of your karma, with the respect of your surroundings and your career. It will take it all away and then take you towards your destined career. Maybe your career is going just fine, you're loving what you're doing, you're loving the situation you are in, it is giving you good money, you're satisfied because of the money matters, but maybe you're not satisfied because of you're not satisfied emotionally with this, right? Because of course the Bhrigu point, wherever it is, that is where you are going to find your happiness with your career. So just suppose everything is all right, then Ketu comes over your Bhrigu point or over the lord of your Bhrigu point or the nakshatra lord of your Bhrigu point. It is going to change the dynamics. It is going to bring in sudden problems, sudden complications in your life. And that suddenness is going to take you out of the comfort zone, put you in an uncomfortable situation or anything. Even a relationship can be a catalyst for you to lead towards your destiny point. A breakup, anything could be the catalyst of you reaching your Bhrigu point, reaching your destiny point. But the activator is most of the times Ketu, because Ketu is the karka for transformations. It is the karka for detaching you from where you are not needed and attaching you from where you are needed the most by this universe. So whenever it activates the Bhrigu point, everything will go haywire in your surroundings and then lead you towards your Bhrigu point, your destiny point, but with a very uncomfortable environment, which later down the lane you will understand was the best decision or the best thing that happened to you. Apart from the transits, Ketu can also activate all of this while it is activated in the Maha, Antar or Pratyantar Dasha. And it has to have some association with the Bhrigu point. For example, Ketu is actually sitting where Bhrigu point is, in the house where Bhrigu point is. Or your Bhrigu point is actually in the nakshatra of Ketu. Then whenever the Ketu's Mahadasha comes in, Antardasha or Pratyantar Dasha comes in, that can also kick in such a transformation. Now, what do you need to do to actually get the good effects of this Ketu? Like, I won't say good effects, but rather to lower down the negative effects of this Ketu. Embrace the detachment. Embrace the fall-offs that are going to happen within your life with this Ketu's transit. Meditation is the key to all. Meditation and connecting with your inner self is the key to achieve the goals of Ketu. Being alert, being observant, but silent is one of the things that you can even do. Journaling is also something that you can do as a part of, maybe you can call it as Ketu remedy, maybe you can call it as, something that is going to help your Ketu. And why do I say journaling? Because Ketu is the significator of Lord Ganesha. And Lord Ganesha used his trunk as a pen with the ink to write the Mahabharata. That's why writing is very much associated with Ketu and its nakshatras. And the last remedy would be to preach Lord Ganesha, to find your strength by the way of Lord Ganesha. You can listen to his aarti every day. Okay? And also, to get the better results of Ketu transit, you can feed or help or do the seva of animals, specifically dogs. Okay, guys. So this was my analysis about how important Ketu is to trigger your destiny. We'll see you with the next video. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.